I see you looking at me, kids. Also looks like the nurse is just taking a relax in her room. And welcome back to Let's Play Silent Hill 4, The Room. One thing that I actually got while I was looking out the window there, and let me get the radio back on. One thing I got while looking out the window there is that there was actually a quick moment where the Andrew DeSalvo had just dropped by the window. So another random event that you can get there. Sadly, I couldn't catch it on camera because I had already just been looking through the window when I started the recording, so perhaps something we'll get later. Let's return to Eileen and enter the next world. Naturally, we're going to be heading into Water Prison World this time around, since, well, that was the third world on our original trip through the holes into Walter's wonderful world. Whenever I've been drinking a little too much, I sometimes call the Water Prison World Walter Prison World. I already have a problem with kind of running my words together in general, and the booze does not necessarily help that, but that's neither here nor there. Now, I didn't bring Eileen's chain along because I don't really plan on having her do any fights right away, but there is going to come a moment where I actually do want to take the chain back out of the chest and bring it along with us, so that Eileen will be engaging in some combat, but for what we're going to do immediately, Eileen will almost immediately be separated from us and not be able to fight at all, and the chain will just be wasting a spot in my inventory.
Could be down there.
Well, only one way to find out, Eileen. You find this strange sort of elevator right here, and as soon as you step onto it, this takes us to the central room at the water prison. You may remember that when we came here to turn the water wheel, there was a door that we couldn't quite open. Blazoned with the order seal, well, now we can open it and get on out of here, so let's go. And as soon as you step through this door, Walter's just waiting for you. He's got dual handguns, but fortunately he's a bit slow on the draw, so we can just wait for him, go right through, and then we immediately want to go down this ladder. Now obviously Eileen still can't go down ladders, but she will just begin running around the side of the building and catch up with us. One thing to note is that Walter will chase you through that door, but as long as you actually have the camera on a door he enters through, he will not go through it. So because the door is just barely in view of the ladder still, we can just wait for Eileen to catch up here. He won't come in. We don't have to worry at all. One thing to be mindful of is that there are a lot of Hummers circling the building on this trip to Waterworld, but they're more of a threat to Henry than they ever will be to Eileen. Immediately start charging up a axe strike here, because we've got a twin victims right at the start. Just quickly knock them over the head and give them a stomp. Now, there's a couple more twin victims in here, but they're off to the opposite side of the circular room, so we don't have to worry about running into them. We just immediately want to go to this cell here. If you remember, this is where we originally rotated the water prison in order to get the bloody beds lined up, and we can just drop into it, jump in, and we immediately find ourselves separated from Eileen. We're going to want to definitely be a little efficient here. There's a lot of time to be wasted in the water prison world. We don't want to do too many screen transitions without Eileen. But it's critical to come this way, because if you go all the way down and try to enter through the basement directly, you will unfortunately find the door has been locked this go-around. There's also a item we need to grab in the torture chamber anyway, so let's just quickly head in there. There are a load of white toadstools around these areas. Most of them can be ignored. It's a shirt with something written on it in wax. Take the shirt. I wonder if there's a way we could get the lettering to stand out on this. Something is written on it in wax. Maybe if you soak it in some kind of colored liquid. Do we have like I don't know, like a tub of maybe like a red liquid or something? It would really make the letters stand out? Perhaps we can find something in our handy-dandy apartment room. So yeah, we can just kind of go past the toadstools here. Just sneak in, give them quick swipes that get them to go down this way. There is a very, very easy item to miss in this area. The only way you can realize it's there is if Henry's head bobs towards it. On the opposite side of the bench here, or the cafeteria table, there is a Saint's Medallion. You can rotate the camera to see it more easily by pressing L2, but the default camera position makes it very difficult to even realize there's something there. And just gonna grab this nutrition drink. Gonna just use it immediately to top myself off. And let's head into the next area here. Do I have a... Yes, I have a Sword of Obedience. Like, did I forget to take that? Let's take out these white stools here. I do not think there is an item in the other room, but we can probably quickly dive in. Now, one thing I do want to check out is the central tower area, because there is actually, I know for certain, there's an item here. Let me see. Henry's head is just bobbing towards the peepholes. I think it's towards the top. This one, I honestly wouldn't really recommend collecting this. It's not that good, but it is here if you want to grab it. At the top floor, there is a leather sap. Take the leather sap. You got the Nightstick. So yes, this is the final Eileen weapon you can get on a normal playthrough. It is the most damaging weapon that she has, but it is also the shortest range weapon that she can use. I think well, only the handbag actually either has a comparable range or is even shorter. Let's just quickly dive in here and see if there's anything to find. Yes, pistol bullets actually. I'll take those. Give myself a quick reload here. And just slide those into the handgun. I actually do plan to use the handgun for some shooting in a bit, so this will help out nicely. Now that we've gotten that taken care of, let's just immediately take this ladder up and open up the basement. And let's reopen this door. There we go. Now, at this point, there is nothing for you left to do in the water prison world. You must return to the apartment at this point. Nutrition drink here if you need it. In order to reveal the coloration on the shirt that we got. The event that we need to actually progress further does not happen until we do that. So let's get back into the apartment here. See what hauntings that we potentially have to deal with. If we're lucky, there won't be anything. But again, there's always a chance when you return that there's going to be a haunting. Though I am kind of hoping that we get one that just immediately kicks in as soon as Henry gets out of his bed. And as a matter of fact, yes. Ooh. Hello. Ah, this one's cool. Watch this, watch this. Look familiar? It's the ghost from the start of the game. I'm actually going to, just for the sake of demonstrating exercising a haunting with the Saint's Medallion, I'm going to equip the fresh one that we just got. And let's just get this guy to back off. No matter how far out he gets, he'll never actually exit the wall. And yeah, pretty quickly he'll back in once we go into the Saint's Medallion. One unique thing about this haunting is that he actually does not have a set room that he appears in. Any room that you enter, this guy will start to appear. Did that actually purge the haunting? Yes, okay, that did it. Alright, now that that's taken care of, let's do some inventory management real quick. First order of business is we want to head into the bathroom. Remember how the tub just spit out a bunch of blood from the shower faucet? Well, that's no longer just for show. We can actually use that to some benefit now. You soak the prisoner's shirt in the puddle of blood. You can see white letters rising to the top. My room is on the second floor, and I had to drink something with black things in it. I hid the sword with the triangle handle under my bed. That guy, the fat one, took the basement key. Next time I'll stick this triangle sword into that pig and take the key. So, this does two things. First off, it causes something to happen in the basement of the water prison. The second thing that it does is it allows us to find a Sword of Obedience in a cell on the second floor. If you have not seen that shirt message, you will not be able to find that Sword of Obedience. So, hey, double up there. Alright, so we want to do some quick inventory management. I'm going to get rid of one of the Saint's Medallions, and honestly, we're not going to need those for much in a bit. Let me see, or rather, we're not going to need it much at all for the fight we're about to get into. Let me see here, yeah, I just wanted to get the chain. I'm actually going to make a backup save here, just for something that I want to show off later after this video is finished. There we go. And now we can just return to the prison world. Hey, looks like there's another diary piece here. Let's see what this one's got for us. It's a red scrap of paper. I'm going to summarize everything that I've learned about Walter Sullivan so far. He was born right here in room 302 of South Ashfield Heights. His parents abandoned him soon afterwards and disappeared somewhere, leaving the baby alone. He was discovered and sent to St. Jerome's Hospital. He was adopted by Wish House, an orphanage in the forest near Silent Hill that's run by the secret Silent Hill religious cult. When he was 6 years old, someone from the cult showed him where he was born. Since then, he started to believe that room 302 itself, in other words, this room, was his mother. Every week, he traveled from the orphanage to South Ashfield Heights. A pretty long trip for a kid his age. Sometimes he took the subway, and sometimes the bus. I'm tired. My headache is already killing me. I'll write more tomorrow, July 28th. So, now we're starting to learn a bit about why room 302 is so significant to Walter Sullivan. He seems to be under the impression that the room itself is his mother, or at the very least, he thinks that his mother has some deep connection to the room. Perhaps we'll get more elaboration on that in due time. But, like I said, now that we soak the wax shirt, a couple things will change in the prison world. Right now, we just want to go collect Eileen. We don't want to leave her by her lonesome for too long, so let's get back into the prison world, go grab her, and we're going to want to do some managing of our inventory to make sure we clear out enough items to grab all the stuff that we want, because there is quite a lot to grab in the prison world. Alright, so heading this way. And back out here, we can just use the ladders to climb up. There'll probably be a few Hummers that'll hassle us along the way. One funny thing about the Hummers is that Walter seems to dislike them just as much as we do, because he spends a lot of time fighting them. So let's head back up here, grab Eileen real quick, and we'll explore the cylindrical prison in a bit more depth. So let's see, 2, 3, and I believe the fourth one. Yes, that's the one that has Eileen in it. Alright, so Eileen will have taken a little damage from the fact that we abandoned her for a bit, but she should correct herself in due time. There's a couple of twin victims here, so this is the point where we want Eileen to have the chain equipped. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the pistol to just lock this guy in place. And get that one down. Eileen, slap this guy. Yes. Okay. And let's work together to take this guy down. Nice! Okay, good. Not the cleanest I've ever had that go, but still good enough. Alright, let's load the pistol real quick. And let me see. We want to look for the rooms that don't have holes in them, just to see what they got. I know there's a holy candle on here, and I believe there's a pistol bullet somewhere. Is this one? No. The lighting in some of these rooms actually makes it really difficult to tell what's just part of the scenery and what's actually like an interactable item. Let's see. Here's the pistol bullets. So get another reload for ourselves there. And go over this way. Let me see. Next room. When you're going out to the outer areas of the prison... Oh dear. That thing just immediately hit Eileen. Ah! Okay, let's get out of here. Is there any other rooms to check? Yes, two more, actually. Alright, let's unequip Eileen, because once she comes across Hummers on the outer area, the chain makes her very aggressive, and she'll attempt to stop to fight them, which, not that she'll take a lot of damage from that, but it mostly is just a waste of time. Okay, this is the Wallmen room, there's nothing in here. And finally, I believe this one has the holy candle I'm looking for. Yes, right here. Okay. Do not need to check that note, we checked that last time. Alright, another holy candle for the pile. Let's get out of here. Next, we want to head to the second floor to grab some of the items there. Let me see, do I have a... Yes, if I reload the gun, I'll have space, so... Let me see here. Let's climb down and just let Eileen run along. Walter will ignore her completely. In fact, in this area, he has a strong tendency to just get completely distracted by the Hummers more often than not. Ooh, hey. Hey, W Money. Ooh. Ah, ow. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Taking a ton of damage here. Eileen, Eileen! Eileen, hurry up. Well, that was a disaster. It happens sometimes. Alright, now that I've been absolutely shredded on my health, let's get Eileen back equipped with her chain. Come on, Eileen, take a whack. There we go. There we go. That takes that guy down. A bunch of tremors in this area, but they're not too threatening. Alright, so now we just have to look around for the rooms that we can actually get into. This one should be locked, yeah, so I'm pretty sure I checked out all the rooms that are actually accessible to us. Yeesh, the frame rate is tanking something fierce in this area. Hey, whoa, whoa. Nice. Good work, Eileen. See, Eileen can put in some good work every now and again. Get another pack of pistol bullets to top ourselves off here. I'm actually hoping we run into some nutrition drinks. I was not expecting Walter to shred my HP like that. Oof. Okay, a couple more rooms to check. Okay, this one should have the Sword of Obedience in it. Underneath this bed right here. There we go. Alrighty. Heading out this way. I think there's one more twin victim in here. Yes. Alright. Whoa, two more. Ooh, actually. That should knock both of them down. Okay. I'll let Eileen focus on this one. Let me just run up to this one, stomp him. There we go. And, okay, the last room to check is this one in the back here. Let's unequip Eileen so she doesn't try to get into a fight with anything. Oop. Oh, dear. Oh, God. Fortunately, this guy is completely stuck. Whoops, that was not what I wanted to do. And, oh, nice. Good tag team there, Eileen. Was not expecting the twin victim to be in that room. Alright, let's grab our candle here. That's the last item we need to grab on this area. And, conveniently, that's just the amount of space that I need left. It is a bit unfortunate that I'm not going to be able to grab that nutrition drink straight away, but it's not going to matter too much for reasons that you're about to see. Alright, let's get back out here. Have Eileen come along. Actually, you know what? This is going to seem a bit wasteful, but I do want to grab that nutrition drink just for safety, so I'm going to fire off the remaining bullet in the handgun and put in one of the silver bullets. It's a good way to clear up some inventory space there. I'm not going to miss one pistol bullet too much. Alright, now let's immediately go down the ladder. Again, don't worry too much about the Hummers there. They do minimal damage to Eileen. There we go. Oh, dear. Okay. I just want to make sure I don't accidentally go through the door there. There we go. Now he's clear of that. I can just stomp him. And yeah, there's nothing left to do here but wait for Eileen. Alright. Now, we will, there are some more items to pick up on the first floor, but we can wait until after we have dealt with the mini-boss of this area to grab those, so let's use up that nutrition drink there. And we do want to keep the axe equipped for a moment. As soon as we go through this door... And yes, of course, it's Ghost Andrew. In life, he was pretty skeptic of the Order's teachings, but in death, he seems to be singing a jaunty tune from their religion. Good for him, good for him. But, you may have been figuring, the reason I'm bringing the silver bullets along is so that we can just immediately blast this guy and call it a day, and yes, you'd be correct. That is why I brought the silver bullets along. So there's a little bit we have to go before we actually get to Andrew, but he's, a little bit before the central tower area, so just keep the axe out so you can get the white stools out of the way. Remember, every little bit they hit you for does lead to some damage that I'd rather avoid. And let's just immediately hit him with the silver bullet. He goes down instantly, you can stick him, and for doing so, you got the water prison generator room key. Were you to attempt to go down to the basement of the water prison, Andrew would follow you down there, and you could fight him there too, but he can get stuck in the central area and waste a lot of time, so it's generally more advisable to just fight him here. But now that that's been taken care of, we got the Sword of Obedience out of our inventory, we can load another silver bullet to clear that out of our inventory, and now we can get the items on the first floor. I believe there are 3 items for us to collect there. So yeah, just enough space to grab everything. Eileen? I just want to make sure I don't accidentally abandon her here. Technically, there are enemies in that room, even if we aren't able to see them. Let's see here. I think there might be twin victims here. They're very common in this area. Let's see. Is this door locked? No, it is not. Okay, so here's pistol bullets. I believe there's a nutrition drink, possibly? Or maybe it was just... I didn't read my guide too thoroughly to check the items, so maybe the nutrition drink it was mentioning was the one in the previous hall. Okay, let's... Nope, Henry. Oop. Man! Okay. Whoa, that was weird. Oh dear, this is, Uh-oh. Not good, not good. Oof. Okay, get this one. Get this one. Okay, Eileen's taking a little bit of damage here, but it's not a huge deal. That is to be expected every now and again. As long as we protect her at other critical moments, she should be fine. Alright, there we go. Got a little scary there, got a little scary. Took a hit that I didn't want to take, but we're fine. Okay, let's see. Right, this door should have something in it. Well, I mean, it has a room, but it does not have anything in it. Way to troll me, game. I swear I know this game pretty well. It's just, you know, I don't waste time collecting things I don't need. I'm really just being, you know, economical with my time. Okay, let's hit all these things. Eileen doesn't seem to care much about these things. Okay.
Could this be that Silent Hill call?
I see your detective skills are beyond compare, Eileen. And okay, this room should have a holy candle in it. Yes, here we go. All right, and that's everything. So more or less got all the items to collect in this area. I'm not going to go to the portal on the first floor to dump off some stuff, even though I do want to clear out my inventory. Ooh, we got Hummers. Oh dear, here they come in full force. Oh god. Oh, Eileen, you want to help me out here? Thank you. All right, there we go. That's fine. And stomp all these guys. All right. And Eileen, you can put the chain away. You don't need it anymore. All right. Now that that's taken care of, let's take the staircase. We're going to have to stick with Eileen here in order to make sure she gets through without being, you know, completely decimated by white stools. So it is going to be a little slow. Unfortunately, white stools, compared to other enemies, these things actually do respawn, so it's a bit annoying to have to clear them out every time you go through here, but it's what we have to deal with. And remember, you can quickly snap between targets when you're close to them by pressing R3. Unfortunately, the target snapping, when it's a considerable distance between Henry and a new enemy, it's not super good, but for these guys, it works out just fine. You may be wondering, is it worth it to keep the sword in Andrew there? Now, honestly, I feel like all the new victims, if you bother to pin them at all, it is worth it to just keep the sword there. But Andrew really only attacks you in Water Prison World, and he only appears way later in one optional room at the end of the game. So if you want to take that sword back, like, you haven't been able to collect all of them, by all means you can do that. I don't think it's necessary though. I wouldn't really recommend doing it, so we're just gonna leave him there. But Andrew is unique in that he is the one ghost you absolutely need to pin, since of course he gives you a key item. If you don't pin him, you can't complete the game. Fortunately, it's just very easy to take him down with a silver bullet, so that works out just fine for us. Alright, come on, Eileen. Tura Lurai, Eileen. And here we are finally at the basement in the generator area. And actually there's an opportunity to point out something that I don't think I noticed last time I was here. But you probably noticed the greedy worm in the first 2 areas, and I believe here, in a certain spot... Oh no, it doesn't look like it's this time. Oh well, it's not a huge deal. First order of business is I'm actually going to use up that water generator room key. just to get it out of the inventory, because there's something for us to collect over here. If we come over this way... Oh, there it is. Okay, yes, that's the end of the greedy worm. So this is an area that you can see it, and this is the last time you actually see these things in the game. They don't appear at all in Building World. Let's use the portable medkit there. I'm going to quickly hop into the apartment and reorganize my inventory, put away a couple things, and pull out something real quick, so just a moment. Okay, so I was just going to check the radio, and we got a new haunting here. This is the haunted chair. From a distance, it looks completely normal, but if you approach it with an anti-spirit effect, suddenly it changes its visage and becomes very similar to how the chair looked in the beginning nightmare sequence of the game. You just gotta put a holy candle right at the base of it, and that'll start to clear it out. Man, my radio's been turning off like crazy this run through. Also, don't want to burn more the spirit medallion than I have to. Okay. Alright, now I'll meet you back in the water prison now. Alright, here we are. Anything that I don't need immediately, I put away, so that includes Eileen's chain, and I pulled out the Pickaxe of Despair and a first aid kit, because we've got a pretty notorious segment coming up, and I'm going to attempt to beat it via combat. This section tends to give people a lot of trouble. I wouldn't recommend accepting help from Eileen for this, what we're about to do. One thing that I missed out on earlier is that I did not enter this room the first time around we came here. If you originally entered this room, this hallway would be much shorter, and that door at the end would be absolutely massive. On the second time around, however, the hallway is stretched out, and the door has become a lot smaller. But also, looks like there's something waiting for us at the end of the hallway there. So that is 6 twin victims. Now, you can get past these things without directly engaging them in combat, but where's the fun in that? So, be very careful with this. I'm going with the Pickaxe of Despair here. If you approach slowly... There we go. Okay. Oh dear. Whoa, hey, whoa. Oh man, this is exactly what you don't want to see. Alright, Eileen, just keep backing up. And... yeah, check that out. Alright, let's stomp a few of these things. Oop. Come on. Yeah, Eileen, just keep backing up. Alright. Hey, do not attack Eileen. Oh, nice. Just got 3 of them all together. Oop. Let's use our first aid kit here. Oop. And keep backing up. The Rusty Axe works fine for this, too. If you can line it up, you can just, get a lunge that knocks out 6 of them. Okay, that's that one down. Let's, back it up a little bit. Come on. Yeah. Alright, now we've got this, hey, leave Eileen alone. Yes! Oh, yeah! Haha, check that out. That's some serious stuff. And let's do this. As you can see, the Pickaxe of Despair. Let's take the axe out now, since that's a lot faster. Okay. And take this guy down. Boom. Okay, this is not the best I've ever had this go.
This is where that boy was kept.
I see you've got a great sense of priorities, Eileen. Oop. There you guys are. As you can see, some of these twin victims are a lot smaller than the normal ones also. Just take that one down a peg. Stomp it real quick. Let's back up there. There we go. Alright, that's pretty much all of them defeated. We just gotta finish this guy off, and he seems to have just taken the time to sulk. Alright, there we go. Oof, that was not the best I've ever had that go, but that is how you can clear that via combat. As you can see, the Pickaxe of Despair does some pretty impressive damage. Some of those guys just died from being knocked down with the charge attack, so pretty good stuff there. But there is a way to actually get past that without any combat if you do it right. I considered just, reloading my file and recording that, but then I remembered I did a stream where I pulled it off almost perfectly, so I'm just gonna splice in a clip of that at the end of the video. But with that taken care of, we've gotten past those twin victims, now we can get through the door. Had an opportunity to show off the Pickaxe of Despair also, so that's nice. I don't know if you can leave Eileen in the previous room. There's no enemies in there. The greedy worm does not count, at least I'm pretty sure it doesn't. So you can take a slight damage hit on Eileen and leave her there potentially, but I thought it would be more interesting to just bring her along. If anybody who's watching knows if you can leave Eileen in the previous room and just take on the twin victims solo and not have to worry about protecting her, please let me know in the comments below. But that's where we're going to leave this level. Let's return to the apartment and just see if we have another haunting to deal with. I'll let Eileen catch up so we don't have to wait more for her when we return. There she is. And let's return. But yeah, quite a bit of damage to be taken there if you're also balancing that with protecting Eileen. So, little scary, but we got through it pretty well, I think. Eileen only took a couple slaps there, and honestly, we've been protecting her so well up to this point, I doubt she even took any damage from that. That cumulative damage resistance Eileen gets from going through rooms without taking any damage can be pretty nice sometimes. Alright. Anything awaiting us? Oh, yes! This is the wall cracks. This is another haunting that can actually appear in multiple rooms, so we're actually just going to go grab a holy candle and deal with it in one of the other rooms. It's not a terribly threatening haunting, and as you can see, you're pretty quickly made aware of when it's a thing. As you can see over there by the Eileen's room people, we're actually seeing a pretty good variety of hauntings this run. Happy for that. Sometimes you just get stuff like wall cracks over and over again. Alright, so I believe we can just put it right here, perhaps? Yes, right there. And that should do it. Unfortunately, sometimes you can actually put holy candles in spots where they don't accomplish anything for you, which is pretty annoying when it happens. Alright, before I forget, I'm gonna grab just a couple nutrition drinks just to heal myself up. We've got a lot at this point. As you can see, I've got 6, so may as well keep myself topped off. And this will put me in a good spot where, you know, if I take a hit and then come across another, I can just use that and, don't need the Pickaxe of Despair anymore. I actually would recommend going into the next area with only the bare minimum items you need. Gonna take a pack of pistol bullets for reasons, but that is where we're gonna leave this video. When we come back, next up, the return visit to Building World, and that one is probably one of, if it's not Forest World that people really dislike, that's the other one that people really dislike for escorting Eileen, and you will see why in the next video. As always, hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, though, goodbye. We're gonna have to take a quick trip back. Alright, so I'm gonna attempt to do the twin victims skip here. So what you gotta do is you gotta hug this wall, and then right about here you wanna start crossing over. There we go. There we go. So I managed to get through that. Didn't have to fight any of those things. Eileen didn't get hit at all. I just ran right past them, got them all crowded up around the door. Henry took a slap there, but that's not a big deal. There's going to be plenty of nutrition drinks to grab inside